Inspiration is defined as the process of being mentally stimulated to do or feel something, especially to do something creative. In addition, it's described as a sudden, brilliant, or timely idea. To break this down, I think it's important to understand the nature of inspiration. Hi, if you don't know me already, my name is Michael Tabirade. I'm a coach and mentor, and I help self-starters and ambitious millennials live more aligned to their values and create more happier moments. Psychologists Todd M. Frasch and Andrew J. Elliott were responsible for really breaking down what really constitutes inspiration. So here are some of the principles. The first one is evocation. So this is when you get a spontaneous new thought and idea. The common form of inspiration, so it's like, aha! Sorry, that was a bit silly. Anyway, point being made is that it's when you have spontaneous thought and sparks of ideas that help you actually achieve specific things. Again, we've seen evocation happen in many different forms, and this has come up in many different ways. Some of you may know it as multiple discovery theory. So this is where people get spontaneous ideas all at the same time, which is quite amazing to understand. So this may be down to inventions that were discovered around the same time, or patents that were done at the same time, etc., etc. So evocation is something that happens based on spontaneity, so to speak. We're going to explore this a bit more. Another element of inspiration is known as transcendence. So this is when you get a moment of heightened awareness and clarity from a situation. So let's say, for example, you may be talking to someone and you're really going through a situation you're having with, let's say, your partner, your girlfriend or sibling or whatever it is. And through conversation over hours and hours and hours of talking, you get to a point of clarity and awareness. And so with that in mind, transcendence is moving through a journey and getting to a stage of really, really, really deeply understanding what it is that you're experiencing. And so Frasch and Elliott go on to say this: the heights of human motivation spring from the beauty and goodness that precede us and awaken us to better possibilities. And so with transcendence, it enables and opens up different opportunities and possibilities in terms of how we can move forward in our life. And so we've definitely gone through transcendent moments in our lives, but it's about acting on it to make sure that we solidify and get more forms of inspiration as well. The last element is approach motivation. So this is where an individual actually strives to make sure that they realize something in alignment to their goals. And so Frasch and Elliott state that you can be inspired by something, but you need to act on that inspiration as well in order for it to be effective. So being psychologists, these psychologists developed a scale known as the inspiration scale, and effectively this highlighted different characteristics and qualities that an individual has in order to, I would say, get more moments or more occurrences of inspiration. So one of them being open to new experiences. When they found that individuals are open to more experiences, they were more likely going to have more inferences of inspiration happening in their life, whether that's evocation, transcendence, or approach motivation. The second quality of getting higher instances of inspiration is mastering your work. And so those individuals that were so obsessed with practice and making sure they were staying in their lane, but being the best that they can be, had more instances of inspiration as well. So mastering your work is going to be key in this. The third quality that they noticed that people who had more moments of inspiration was that they were less conscientious and less competitive as well. And so they saw from their experiments that there was an antagonism that really didn't work with allowing inspiration to just flow into your life. And so you can't necessarily control inspirational moments, but again, harnessing some of these qualities can enable you to get more inspirational moments, so to speak. The final quality that these individuals had was high levels of intrinsic motivation, and they also had strong levels of self-belief and high self-esteem as well, which improved their confidence levels. And so when you work on yourself, when you commit to personal development or self-development, so to speak, if there was such a thing, then you're in a situation where you're more likely going to get more inspirational moments. And so what happens is that it creates momentum. And so the more inspirational moments that you get based on having these qualities, the more inspirational moments you'll get in the future. Okay. And so there is a certain level of managing your levels of inspiration, but again, they can't be predicted. So to clarify, you can't control the number of inspirational moments that you get. However, you can awaken yourself that aligns yourself to a deeper sense of meaning when you actually have some of these qualities. So thinking about all of this, what are ways in which you can get more inspired? Well, number one, you can try more experiences. When you try more experiences, you're in a position, as stated before, where you're exposed to different environments and different understandings. And so you may see things from a different perspective, which will enable you to be more motivated to take action. The second thing I would say is understanding your cultural background, your ethnic background, your history, and everything really related around your family as well. Because if you understand where you've come from, you know exactly where you're going. And so that may inspire you to be more, have more, and do more as well. I would say the third thing is to make sure that you understand your values. So if you haven't checked out my video on values, you can check it out. But this is making sure that you understand maybe your core values or your end values or your means values. And so values really ground you as an individual. And if you can relate to things that create meaning in your life, which is attached to your values and your experiences, you're more likely going to take action. You're going to be more inspired. The next thing I would say is get a coach or mentor. And not for the sake that they can really fix your motivational inspiration, but more so because, at least with a coach, they can really fine tune and help you with your quality of your thinking so you can see things again from a different perspective and maybe find more moments of inspiration in your work. I would also say another thing that you can do is to exercise. And when I say exercise, I mean maybe going to the park, maybe going to the gym, and really getting a sense of inspiration from what other people are doing. And sometimes we get a sense of positive affect when we see other people. When we see other people perform at their best, we feel positive, and so we're more likely going to take action. But I just want to clarify something. This doesn't work for everyone. And so if you don't have those qualities really highlighted in you, then you're less likely going to be inspired again from seeing other people perform at their best, and obviously getting positive affect again. And positive affect, for those who don't understand, is effectively where you get positive emotions from a specific experience, so to speak. And so with that in mind, these are different things in which can help you improve your inspiration as well. If you also want to understand how you can become a high achiever by increasing your productivity, enhancing your performance, and living more on purpose, then you want to check out this video, which is a free video that really breaks this down in a high quality fashion, so you can take this away, write notes, and really move in your life in the direction that you want to move in. So make sure to check it out. As always, as I like to say, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can check out more videos like this, and make sure that you understand, reach, and expand. Peace.